On a lonely island called Patmos, far away from the noise of cities and the power of Rome, an old man sat in exile. His name was John, the last surviving disciple of Jesus, banished for his faith, stripped from his people, silenced by the empire. Or so Rome thought. But Patmos was no prison for John, it was a stage. And one day, heaven tore open and handed him the most terrifying and hopeful vision in history, the end of the world. The Bible says John was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. That's when it began. Out of nowhere, he heard a voice like a trumpet, sharp and commanding. Turning, he saw someone who looked like the Son of Man, but brighter than anything human. Hair white as wool, eyes like fire, and a face shining like the sun. This was Jesus, but revealed in glory. Jesus told John to write down everything he was about to see. What followed wasn't just a message, it was a cosmic download. The veil was lifted and John saw reality from God's perspective. First, he was taken into heaven itself. He saw a throne surrounded by thunder and lightning, and creatures unlike anything on earth. Angels, elders, and living beings that never stopped declaring, "Holy, holy, holy." Imagine the roar of a stadium crowd multiplied by eternity, and you're only halfway there. Then came the scroll sealed with 7 seals. No one in heaven or earth could open it, except the Lamb who had been slain. Jesus broke the seals, and each one unleashed another piece of the end. Conquest. War, famine, death, the infamous 4 horsemen. These weren't bedtime stories. They were revelations of what happens when the world's rebellion runs its full course. John's vision didn't stop there. He saw cosmic battles, trumpets blasting, angels pouring out bowls of judgment, and even the dragon himself, Satan, waging war on heaven. Cities fell, nations trembled. The earth itself seemed to unravel, but woven into the chaos was hope. John saw the Lamb standing victorious on Mount Zion. He saw a new heaven and a new earth. He saw God wiping away every tear, promising an end to pain, death, and darkness. For John, sitting on that rocky island, it must have felt overwhelming. But he wasn't just watching destruction. He was watching restoration, the end of one world and the beginning of another. The vision of Revelation is heavy, symbolic, sometimes terrifying, but it's also breathtaking. It's the assurance that evil doesn't get the final word. Rome didn't, empires don't. The dragon won't. And it all began with one man, alone on an island, who closed his eyes in exile and opened them to eternity. So the question is, if John was shown the end of the world, maybe the real mystery is, what does it mean for how we live right now? What do you think? Was John's vision a literal preview of the apocalypse, or a symbolic message meant for every generation?